Stuyvesant is one of the very few schools, high schools, that have national reputations. I don't think there's almost anywhere you go where people know anything about education, where they don't know about Stuyvesant. I am as proud to say that I went to Stuyvesant as I am of almost anything in my life. And to this day, almost no matter where you go, people say, where'd you go to high school? I say Stuyvesant. They say, oh, you went to Stuyvesant. I mean, it's almost like having gone to Harvard. It's actually harder to get into Stuyvesant than it is to get into Harvard. You know, it's funny because Stuyvesant was then, and I think still is, very much a math science school. And there were some of us for whom that was not our forte. And there was a place for us. I did a lot of theater when I was at Stuyvesant. I was Allie Hackham in the Stuyvesant High School production of Oklahoma in December of 1984. And in that, I really found a group of people that I really liked. I found the people that remained my closest friends from school, and they remained my friends for a long time. The first girl that I ever really kind of dated in school, that worked out real well. I do think it prepared me for a career in media or in some sort of communications, which was always my plan. Did I imagine someday I'd have a show with my name in the title? I mean, maybe in my wildest imagination. But this was always sort of my plan, and there's no question Stuyvesant helped me get here. There were a lot of teachers that I really remember very fondly and very well. I remember an English teacher named Miss Cosella, who was a great teacher and who really appreciated my writing. And in addition to my broadcasting, I also am a writer, and that's really my passion, probably my first love, to be honest with you. And she was the first teacher I ever remember telling me that she thought I was a good writer and working with me on my writing and really encouraging me to write. One of my English teachers was Frank McCourt, who subsequently wrote Angela's Ashes and Tis and Teacher Man and won a Pulitzer Prize and was a genius. And I mean, this was at a time when none of us knew he was going to wind up being one of the foremost authors of his time. Stuyvesant High School is the best high school in New York. I think it's the best high school, to my knowledge, in the country, because you are getting a $40,000 a year education, and you are doing it, you are sharing that education or the educational facility with others who are worthy of being there. It is the ultimate meritocracy. You know, no one gets in because their dad is the CEO of blah, 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 or their mom is the CEO of blah, blah, blah. One of my best friends, a woman named Diane Morales, whom I haven't seen in years, but she was one of my best friends. She grew up in Bed-Stuy. Now, I remember going to her house, and we would ride the subway and walk to her house, and it was totally different. It was completely different. She went to Dartmouth, you know, and so that's what Stuyvesant High School is about. It's about a kid growing up in Bed-Stuy who otherwise doesn't have anywhere near the same opportunity as a kid growing up, you know, in Gramercy Park. But she went to Dartmouth and had unlimited opportunity in her life. And that's what Stuyvesant High School is. So I think we need places where the opportunity is equal for everyone, where the opportunity is equal for a kid from the Bronx to have the same education as a kid from 76th and Park. I mean, that's the way I think most of us think life should be.